I can't help myself.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? GM, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sheepy Show. Who have we got in the chat? Shout out Toby. What's up, Founded Records? Loving the OMG Tration out. I love that music. The intro music is absolutely beautiful. What's up, Ben? What's up, Jessa, Xjan, Krypton, Digital One, Asuna, Shaz, Dez, Nighthawk, Jerry, Boom, the regulars coming in. How are we all doing this week? I hope I said first check that my sound setup is all fine. It's all looking good, sounding good. I've got a nice little new banner below, as I said. Shout out to Manav for hooking me up with a new little stream setup, which we'll see. What's up, Ethan? What's up, Bodega, Toby? Atlian. Oh, it's good to see the regulars back. I'm doing great. It's been a good week or good weekend since the last Sheepy Show. I had Ethan from the Metaverse Discord visiting me this weekend. We went to see some football games. We played football. We were able to chill and hang out together, and it was so nice. As I tweeted about this, it's so nice to be able to hang out with friends that you've made online. We've now known each other for nearly a year, and it's pretty amazing how the connections you can make, the people you can make. It's going to be amazing. And then in 2 weekends' time, I'll be in Miami for Art Basel. So if you're going to be in Miami, hit me up. I'd love to meet as many of you as possible. MV3 are holding an event as well on December 3rd. There's going to be some more details coming out soon on that. But I'm really excited for it. We're just finishing planning everything. What's up, Greenity? What's up, Bodega? Sketch? Love to see it. So today we've got a bit of news. Obviously some giveaways and a special guest, Six God, coming on. After all the chaos which happened with FTX and all the meltdowns, all the uncertainty that's happening in the crypto market, I've got Six God, who's a legend within the Metaverse Discord, to talk a bit about the basics, like how can you make money at the moment in the bear market, what is happening in the macro economic world at the moment that you should keep an eye out for, what is DCA, what is dollar cost average, and much more. So I'm really excited to have him on. He'll be on in about 25-30 minutes time. So, but today with the stream, I'm going back to kind of where I started this. Stats, analytics, Dune, one of my favorite overviews. I thought I'd revisit Dune. It's a website which I spent a lot of my early days on my stream analysing. Back when projects were minting every now and then, analysing floor prices. Dune is an amazing tool. I always preach that you don't need to pay for alpha tools, analytics tools, all these things that people were selling you. I see a lot less of it now, honestly, but obviously there's still people trying to get a quick buck from you. But what Dune is a website where people open source tools which you can share with each other and they share for you. So I'm going to show you a couple that have been shared recently and show you how to use it as well. So one that's been making the rounds recently is this alpha group tracker. So someone has built a full dashboard tracking big alpha groups or renowned alpha groups to see where their money's moving. Maybe to identify alpha that is maybe leaked early, that if there's a project that's trending and there's stuff happening, maybe alpha groups are the ones who are there first. So as we said, the beauty of the blockchain is it's fully transparent. You can track everything, you can see everything, and Dune makes the most of it. So here, for example, it's got some of the top alpha groups that were decided, and it shows what they're buying at the moment. So we can see at the moment, the top alpha groups are buying the Adidas Originals capsule collection, which just revealed an hour ago. They're buying Black Dust. You can see how many mints and buys are going in and all their sells. Floor price on the capsules is going up to 0.3 at the moment. I'm going to be talking there later. Hustle Flow says, how have I got so many tabs? That's how I prep my stream. I open my tabs beforehand, so I've got a nice little structure going through. I close them as we go, so it isn't so infuriating. So this is kind of one of the main dashboards, which is pretty cool to follow. Like something you can just check every morning. I said NFT God talks about it a lot. If you set up a good routine of checking certain dashboards, certain prices, for like 5-10 minutes each morning, you can get a really good overview and plan and maybe prep to see what's happening and move before what's going on beforehand. So this Dune tool is called the Aggregated Alpha Group Tracker. Check it out, see what information you can get out of it. But judging by this, top trending projects in the last 4 hours, Adidas, Black Dust have been major buys and there haven't been too many sells, so we can keep an eye out on it. Another one which I have loved, I've spent a lot of hours on, and it's this custom NFT dashboard, which you can paste any project contract into here, and it gives you a full breakdown of all lots of different informations that is there. So here we can see I've got the MV3 access passes here. Our lowest floor price recently, the collection. It shows the volume coming in, the total all-time sales, sales by exchange, daily floor. It also has a full tracker of the sales feed, which is really good to see because it actually puts names on it as well between the buyer and the seller. Shows you the dollar price it was bought and sold at as well. Here we can see the profit and losses. So on average, our holders have made $120 net gain. Average time held has been 4 days, and the median net gain profit and loss is 0.08. So here we can see a lot of people selling on the net profit and loss here, but you can put any collection on here. And this was a great tool before OpenSea rolled out their analytics tool themselves. We can still see our collection top buyers, our collection top sellers. Income here is SudoSwap. And it's a really interesting tool. So as I said, the way Dune works, you can browse whatever. You can search up their dashboards, and let's say I want NFTs. There's lots of different dashboards which have been created. So a dashboard all about art blocks, a dashboard all about Puma, SudoSwap, an Almeida crypto tracker, tracking all the information. This is where they got all their info from. We saw the sleuths on the blockchain, tracking the FTX drama, seeing what's going on. These are great ways you yourself can use this information. So I just want to give a big shout out to Dune. It's a tool which I use. It's a tool which I think will grow. But as I said, it was the top tool, but now OpenSea have their own analytics tab. I really like OpenSea Analytics as well. It's got a very nice user interface. It's really user friendly. I like how it's obviously fully baked in with OpenSea, but it doesn't have as much detailed information or customized information as Dune. So if you want to even start building your own dashboard, if you have an idea, you can learn how to code in there, build in there. You can take pieces from different collections or different dashboards and add them to create your own. So it's one way I really think you can help your trading, your knowledge, how it your NFT skills. Shout out Vin Quaver as well in the chat, who we got Sketch, Greenity, Ethan Toast, what's up freak? So next I'm going to go on to a bit of exciting news which I woke up to is Red Bull Racing Team, Red Bull Formula One team are partnering with Azuki. So I assume this has come through Bybit, their cryptocurrency partner, but this is exciting. I am so impressed. I tweeted about this. I am so impressed with Azuki. The levels they're making and bridging culture with their latest Ambush fashion collab. Obviously now with Red Bull Racing, the world champion team. It's going to be pretty interesting to see. And they're setting the gold standard. They're setting the roadmap standard that all these projects said, oh, we're going to have this by Q3, Q4. Azuki are actually doing it. And I'm really excited to see how they activate with Red Bull for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Yeah, Vincent, exactly. It's the same way. It's advertising on an F1 car. It's really cool to see if people can see what's happening and what's going on. So now we're going to move on to the big news of the week. Nike.swoosh. It's been a interesting week for the two big brands, Adidas and Nike, both gearing up for the World Cup as well. I hope we're all excited for that. They both launched their videos. The games start next Sunday. But they're also dropping big Web3 news. I said Nike dropped swoosh.nike yesterday. Adidas have just dropped their new capsules and they've got a space with the Bored Ape founders this evening. It's getting exciting. As I tell you, this space isn't going anywhere. It's only growing. We say we're all in a bear, but look at two of the biggest companies in the world are moving. So if you haven't heard the news, what Nike have done, Nike have created their own Web3 platform called swoosh.nike, and it's a home for all Nike's virtual creations. So it launches in 2 days. There's a wait list to get on. But I'm going to talk a bit how it works, go through some threads I saw on Twitter, try and get you prepared, because this could be very big. And if you're early, or if you know how to utilize it, you could make a lot of money and you could benefit a lot. So the way Nike.swoosh or swoosh.nike is working, so Swoosh is a new community experience designed to give the opportunity to co-create the future of Nike. So what they're planned to do, they want you to create, collect, trade, and flex. So you can build your collection, display it, trade it, and flex Nike virtual creations as wearables in games or other immersive experiences. So they're unlocking special access. I said, utilizing the blockchain to maybe use it. I said, membership and partnership is one of the best utilities or one of the best benefits of the blockchain. You can identify your consumers, your biggest buyers, your biggest members, most active members, and reward them. And this is what they're looking to do. They're looking to build with the community. I think they're planning to do a lot of co-creation, a lot of community challenges, and you can create the next gen Nike creation. And also in real life events. So pull up to events, meet Nike athletes, designers, and fans who shape the culture. So there's a lot of interesting information on here and a bit of information what's coming here. So at the moment, they're launching the beta. Then December, they're going to have an education community challenge with the first collection dropping in January. So what really is it? So Rug Radio earlier this week actually had the Nike executives, the Artifact founders on the show to discuss this. I said, it's absolutely amazing to see. Pete, they're doing it right. These big Web 2 companies, these big traditional companies are partnering or diving straight into the culture. Rug Radio have been the forefront of kind of Web 3 media and always been a voice in the space, and Nike chose them to break the news and partner with them. So what Nike did, so they had obviously the Artifact team and the Nike family on, and they released this blog. So this is a blog. I'm going to just kind of glaze through it and take some of the best parts on, but you can read it yourself. I retweeted this thread and you can have a look at the blog. So Nike basically talk about the metaverse is the future. They see the power of digital assets, how sport is evolving. It's about driving and reaching different potentials, but the players are shifting in real time. They see an opportunity. They see an opportunity to grow and build. So this is where they created .swoosh. So .swoosh is the home of all Nike's virtual creations. So Nike's virtual creations are typically interactive digital objects, so NFTs, that can be worn as wearables in video games or other immersive experiences. So it starts as a place where you can collect your favorite virtual shoes, jerseys, and accessories. But as it evolves over time, it will become a home for the entire community to buy, trade, and co-create virtual products. That's right, in this world, some of you will get to learn how to build virtual co-creations and worn in video games and experiences. This is a great onboarding tool. I said, it's bringing this digital mindset into it. It's not selling it purely as NFTs or blockchain or crypto, but it's all built on it. So what they're talking about is you can have full co-creation from the community, no matter where you are in the world. You can design from your computer. You can then sell your designs, work on it, wear them in different metaverses, in different games. But this is just beginning. We don't know too much what they're planning, but it's very exciting to see. As Atilin said in chat, like Nike seem to be one of the main Web 2 companies doing it right. They are doing it right. They are leading by example. They kind of did both things. They acquired Artifact for obviously over $1 billion, which is a lot of money. And that helps having the power of their team in there, but is being able to innovate, push culture. You need these leaders in the industry to really push it. What's up, Come Up Media? Welcome to the stream. So here's YCXC, who's in the Artifact team, head of comms and communication. So here he talks about what Swoosh is. So Swoosh is a different initiative, and it does not change Nike's support on how they work with Artifact as a native Web3 brand. For current assets and future plans in the pipeline, in fact, it's a bridge that Artifact are going to use to welcome more people in the community and ecosystem. Because this was a big question was coming up, was saying, Swoosh.Nike is separate from Artifact and what they're doing, but they are still intertwined. Like there's one big ecosystem being built where maybe Artifact holders get a benefit in the Nike system and maybe the other way around. So Nike and Artifact will be looking for potential points of collaboration to enhance our ecosystem. So clones will get access to the Swoosh ID registration so they can participate first. And Nike will be releasing all digital wearables for clones. So registration is starting on Friday, so that's 2 days from now. And it will occur in waves over the next few months. So you can sign up for the wait list and read more on the website and everything there. It's great to see the metaverse wearables. And another thing that was great to see, Polygon. They've done it again. Every week I seem to be talking about Fwiz, Ryan and Polygon. Polygon are a layer 2 blockchain built on Ethereum, and they have partnered with nearly every single big brand entering the space. People like Starbucks, Disney, Nike now, and many, many more. Chipotle as well. They're doing a very good job, and keep an eye out on Polygon and Matic. I really do think it's going to be growing. It's not financial advice, I've got to show you there, but they're on fire. These connections they're building where people can build on Polygon, where there's high, no gas fees, like it's very quick transactions. It's great to see. Polygon have always been a favorite. Reddit have also built on Polygon. It's exciting. So shout out Polygon and Fwiz for what they're doing. If you ever get a chance to listen to Fwiz, he sat down with Rug Radio a few weeks ago and it's recorded. It's an incredible, incredible podcast. So for the ones that don't know Fwiz, he's had a very great career. He started in gaming. He was part of the rise of like FaZe Clan, Optic Clan. He then became head of YouTube gaming and has now moved on to Polygon Studios. He's a great guy to follow. He's definitely on the to follow list on Twitter if you're not. And as I said, the World Cup's coming up. And I think we're going to see some very, very exciting activations coming from both Nike and Adidas at the World Cup. And we're starting to see it now. We can see Nike dropping this Artifact jersey to celebrate the launch of their video. So this, you can register on their website, and if you get chosen, it's completely free to mint. And then you can get it as a physical as well. So there's 3,333 jerseys. You just pay gas and the draw is open to everybody. So the information's here. Everyone sign up, stand a chance. But it's a cool jersey that they're showing. But as I said, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of cool stuff coming out over the World Cup. I am so excited. But as we spoke a bit about Nike, we have to speak about their main rival. I think it's only fair to have a balanced diet. For the ones who know me, I'm a big Adidas supporter. And they launched their World Cup video here. And
With Sunny, everything's brown.
And there's an interesting moment. So we'll just watch this part here. So you see Pedri throw it to Benzema. And on the box, there was this Indigos cereal. And Adidas actually did a really, really cool activation with this, or a little Easter egg. So you see that wallet address at the top. If you type that in, you could get an airdrop of a shopping list. There was then a hidden feature. If you airdrop that shopping list into a wallet, you got rewarded. So here you can see Bored Apes, Prime Center with Benzema there. And I think we're going to see more from Adidas as well. And as I mentioned, coming up, they've got a big spaces this evening with the founders of Bored Apes, with Gordon Gono and Crypto Gaga, to talk about their next move. Because isn't it strange that both of these launch within a day? So what Adidas also launched was digital wearables for the metaverse. So they had their capsules, which revealed today. So you could burn your capsule on the website and it would turn into one of these outfits. So here you can see a Bored Ape DMT inspired hoodie. You got some jackets, some puffers, personal flotation device, a crystal hoodie, the wall runner. These are very cool, and a Punk's comic jacket. I'm pretty sure this is selling, I think this is selling for 0.8 at the moment on OpenSea. If I search it up, someone mentioned it earlier. So you can obviously see their virtual gear, the Genesis collection. And so here we can see some of the pieces being sold. So what Adidas are trying to do, I said they just launched a news article here. What they're trying to do is a similar thing. So they unveiled their limited collection of blockchains based wearables. All Boom says is 1.2 for a WETH offer on the Bored Apes and the comics. So they've released them as NFTs, as I said, virtual gear to launch to accelerate Adidas Originals' drive towards strengthening its community-based, member-based and open metaverse strategy. So revealed following a teaser campaign with the Discord and within the wallets of capsule holders is a 16-piece collection of creative and cultural milestone. So there's a bit of information from the head of the Web3 studio. So they're basically designed to be worn by virtual avatars and will be available through a PFP dressing tool. So every piece within the NFT offering is interoperable and other identity-based projects and worlds. That means that Adidas collection is able to respond and adapt to metaverse environments being built, so the virtual gear is ready for all frontiers of Web3. This is pretty exciting times. Nike and Adidas both launching their first kind of Genesis digital wearables, aiming to be worn in different metaverses, in different games as a PFP. The end goal for the Adidas Into the Metaverse capsule, phase 4, has always been a profile picture. So I wonder if we'll see some of this fashion or some of these merchandise really tie into customization and seeing. Adidas also have a big partnership with the Sandbox. So will we see these designs coming into the Sandbox as well? I think we'll wait and see. But every week I say this, it's such an exciting time to be in this space. We've got big companies moving in. Docker said, yeah, Bugatti entered the space recently. I might have to cover that. Another one thing before we move on to the giveaways, you can see my tabs and see how I run, is actually Yuga acquiring 10K, where is it? 10K FT, I think. So for phase 4, I'm not sure. I have been following it. But I'm not 100% sure on the timelines for Adidas. So here was another big news, is Yuga Labs acquired another project, 10KFT. So they've taken up this startup company. So 10KFT create clothes and wearables, and they're now going to be integrated full into the Yuga ecosystem. And as we can see here, Beeple is now acted as a consultant for Yuga Labs. KTF, that's what it is. Thank you. So people are making moves and it's exciting. We'll probably see more and more of this, that other big collections are starting to gear up. I think they're all preparing for Q1 and ready to launch next year. So I'm just going to get up the Gucci Grails and the 10K TF. Here we go. So this is 10K KTF that Yuga just purchased. So here you can buy socks that you can redeem and craft. You can buy hats. And they also have, is it the Gucci Grail? Yep, here you go. So they have a collaboration with Gucci as well, where they have Gucci Grail Toads, Wizards, Gucci Grail Wow, Penguins, which are also under the 10K TF logo. These are really cool. These are basically PFPs dripped out in Gucci clothes. So it's going to be interesting how they integrate these all into the metaverse and what they're building into the other side. But I'm excited to see. So now it's time for a giveaway, I think. Let me get the information up. So the way we run the giveaway is I'm dropping a form into the chat, and you can click on the form, enter your Discord ID, and then I will place them all in the wheel and pull it. So while we're waiting the form to fill up, I'll talk a bit about our sponsors. As I said, I can't ever host a stream without my amazing sponsors, and I love giving back to you. The best thing I see is seeing my friends win, you guys, the viewers win, making money. So today we have a elite to be given out from MV3. You get to choose which one. That's a 0.25 floor. So thank you very much for the opportunity to give these away as well. And also my partner Haihu Raffles are giving away tokens to enter their raffle site. So Haihu Raffles are raffles where you can buy tokens for 0.007 ETH, can enter raffles for a chance to win a Renga here, to win 5 MV3s, 43 entries at the moment with a day left. You got the Plague, you got a 10k TF, snapback here, beans, doodle box. So you can connect on the website and enter your name here. So today I'm going to be giving away 6 tokens to enter here. So if you win, you could enter the MV3 raffle for free. But check out Haihu Raffles and also check out MV3 for all the stuff that's going on at the moment, especially with singularity drops. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening with that as well. So I've now got 70 responsive on the form. I'm going to close it. Let me create my spreadsheet. Okay, I have now closed the spreadsheet. Let me get the wheel of names up. Here we go. So it says 9/11. No, it is a correct one. I think I just forgot to rename the rename it. That is my fault. Okay, so I've got people's names on. Sorry if you're too late. As I said, it's for the people who are in the stream at the moment. I think we've only got 84 viewers, concurrent viewers, but we had 90 people enter the stream. So it was the right one. It is all here. And the way it's going to work, first, we're going to give away the MV3. So we're going to spin this and see who wins the MV3 NFT. Let's go. 6 God, if you're in the chat, I'll get you up after the giveaway, and we'll be ready for 6 God's crypto chat after this. So the winner of the MV3 NFT is Zitro6. Congratulations. Please can you open a ticket in the MV3 Discord and send your wallet address over, and I will send over the NFT. Congratulations, Zitro6. Okay, so now we have 3 lots of 2 tokens for the Haihu raffle site. So are we ready? First winner of the tokens for the Haihu raffle site. Who's it going to be? Ooh, Nap. Congratulations, Nap. If you could open a ticket in the Haihu Discord, you can find them on Twitter, or if you go to the website and scroll to the bottom, there's a link to the Discord as well, haihu-raffles.xyz. So Nap, if you could open a ticket in the Haihu Discord, and the team there will credit you 2 tokens. Congratulations. So let's see who the next winner is. And the next winner is Faddy. Congratulations, my friend. I said I like to see the people who turn up every week winning. That's the best thing. Faddy, open a ticket in the Haihu Discord. Congratulations. And our final one for today, it is It's Erica. Congratulations, Erica. Well deserved. Open up a ticket in High Hue. Remember, everybody, check out MV3, what they're doing with singularities, with the universe and the hub. There's been some updates. I think there's actually been an update now where you can now see your NFT's levels in the metadata. So check out High Hue Raffles and MV3. As I said, it's so good to give back to you guys, and I love seeing you guys win. I hope one of you wins big on the raffle. We have, I think, another interesting giveaway next week on the show. I've been in talks with a couple of people, and I'll have another giveaway on the show, as well as our usual High Hue and MV3. So we've got that to look forward to next week. So now we're going to have Six God joining us. So while I try and get him in, create an invite. Let me see. He said he'd be a few minutes late, but let's see if he's joined now. So Six God, for the ones who don't know, he's an OG in the Metaverse Discord. He posts crypto charts pretty much every day, offers analysis, offers help to anybody who asks. He's a real asset, and I'm so happy that he's part of our community. And I'm really proud or excited that he's agreed to come on today and talk a bit about charts and crypto and everything. So let me see where he is. He's not here at the moment. So while we do that, why don't I take some questions in the chat? Let's have a look if anything was said. Yeah, any questions in chat, post it in here while we wait for Six God to come up. Anything else? Well, I'll talk about it. I'm going to support England in the World Cup. I'm really excited for that starting. It's going to be a great spectacle, hopefully. Obviously, there's a lot of controversies surrounding Qatar, which is difficult to watch sometimes. And it's something which I hope is mentioned a lot. So Charles Motive says, where to find the level in the metadata. So let me just share my screen again. So the way you can find it in the metadata, if you scroll down just on the thing, and there's levels here, and it's rank 2. Thoughts on Not in Paris? Not in Paris are... Not in Paris is a great collection done by Heist Heist as well are launching some very cool things. Okay, wait. Six God's trying to join, but he can't show up. Let me try and drag him in. There we go. I think Six God's in. Yeah, Heist doing some very cool things. And we'll see. Oh, Roberta just mentioned Daily XP has also been updated in the system, so we'll see that on the hub a bit more. Six God, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Sorry for being a bit late. I didn't see the VC for some reason.
Don't worry, I think that's my fault. I forgot to drag you in. So do you want to give a little introduction to yourself, Six God?
Where to start? Hi, everyone. I'm Six God. I've been in the metaverse for, I think, a year now and counting. I've been on Twitter too, crypto Twitter, NFT Twitter for a year now too. And, it's amazing to be surrounded in the space of builders. It's amazing to, meet all of the people that I have met so far. And, that's about it.
Amazing. So, I said Six God's here today to talk a little bit about charts, what is like, how you can make the most of the situation, kind of what the macro outlook's saying as well. We see all the doom and gloom on Twitter, we see the positives, but I said Six God's here to break it down for you. So, Six God, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Okay, so where do you want to start? You want to start with the macro?
Yeah, let's start with the macro. Let's start of like what's going on at the moment. Give everyone a bit of background.
Okay, so we've been bearish for at least a whole year now, to be honest. And I think as investors, as people that are investing actively in cryptos and NFTs, you need to have a better idea on sort of where the economy is going and how that will impact the markets as a whole. From last year, I think it was November, I started seeing, a ton of bearish sentiment in the markets. We started seeing a ton of pressure from the Feds. We started seeing even war with, Russia and Ukraine. And all of these things are things that can impact the markets, and they will impact the markets, as you can see. And a good note or a good thing to have is to sort of gauge the sentiment of the space. As people that are within the space, we're regularly around, other NFT investors, other crypto investors. You're on crypto Twitter. Sort of gauge where that momentum is. Sort of gauge what the bias is. If you see a ton of people are still bullish, are still, screaming for all-time highs, even when the stock market was going down, even when, housing prices were dropping, even when war was on, the sort of being, what do you say? Like there was war or sources of war going on, and it's very hard to still be bullish within a scenario like that. So at that point, I would start recommending you to, take a step back, sort of reevaluate your position on the market, see what could go wrong, and then try and plan and have a plan in place that this is what I will be doing if these things play out. I think a lot of people got wrecked this market because they had sort of no plan in place on what they should be doing or any idea on what direction they should be taking in times like these. And that's why, it's very sad, but that's why when things like these happen, people are left with, feelings of hopelessness, whereas I don't know what to do and I don't know if I can do anything. You guys are hearing the part. I'm sorry
it's great. The chat is loving the parrot. I didn't realize we got another special guest as well.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I said it's good to have it in the background. Yeah, that is a parrot in the background. It isn't just the Feds going past Six Odd Store backwards and forwards.
But yeah, let me share my screen and I can give a better idea on where I expect sort of the markets to continue on going forward.
Sure. And just while we're reading the chat while that, I've been working with ATL and he's been amazing. He's got a World Cup predictor for Metaverse. We've got some good rewards coming up. That's going to be announced soon in the Discord. So keep an eye out for World Cup predictions. I think a lot of us are very hyped to see what's going on. Sixwood, your stream just closed. I don't know whether it was...
I don't know what's going on. Let me see. It's not playing for some reason. Let me disconnect and I'll join again.
Yeah, no worries. I'll try and drag you in if not.
All right.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. Okay, we've got Six got back in.
Yeah, that's strange.
There we go. There's a streamer. Oh, it says the stream was ended. That is strange. Shall we try hopping in a different VC?
Yeah, let's do general.
Yep, sure thing. And we'll try get this set up. Okay, there we go. Let me just get this up. And we're back. There we go. Well, back over to you, Six God.
All right. So this is the Bitcoin chart that I have at the moment. If you can look at sort of what the monthly time frame has been doing, and given how far we are, how deep we are in this pullback, you always want to zoom out and sort of get an idea on where the bigger picture is looking to go. My targets for Bitcoin are still the same. These are targets that I've been calling from, since I think January, February, and that's around 11K. And you can see recently on the monthly time frame, we broke down that recent level of support that Bitcoin was holding at around 18K. So Bitcoin officially made new lows at this point, and I don't think we'll have a hard time reaching 11K, to be honest. It'll take a couple of months, definitely. That's another 32% drop before we do reach to 11K. But it's gonna take some time. I don't expect it to happen overnight. It's gonna take a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, depending on how the volume is, because we have had times in the markets where we were trading sideways for a very long period. For example, this move here, we traded sideways during this range for quite a long time. I would say from June all the way to October. That was basically a range. So these things can happen. You just need to gauge what the momentum is like and where it will be going forward. And obviously, there's a good saying too. Unexpected events can cause us to go to expected price levels. We recently had that FTX fallout, which definitely, was or had a lot to play with this bearish candle to the downside. But our targets really haven't changed going forward so far. It's still the same. It's just that we're waiting for some momentum to come back into the markets. So 11K is my target for Bitcoin personally. I do have another one lower, but I'm not going to go into that one as yet. And with regards to targets, I want to make a point about DCAing. And I think at this point, if you are looking to invest in these sort of cryptos, DCAing is going to be your best bet. You want to have sort of a constant flow going into the markets, be it on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, but you want to have a plan in place that, hey, this is my goal going forward. And obviously, you still want to take into account your risk management. You still don't want to be putting in the markets more than you can afford to lose. That's the number one problem that I see happening in this space. People invest way too much. But once you figure out sort of what you're willing to lose, then I would advise you to start DCing. We've already made new lows at this point. I'm still expecting somewhat of a retracement or somewhat of a pump back to 18K before we get this final move down to 11K area. But, in hindsight, or when you zoom out, we still have a lot of room to go back to the upside. So if you miss the bottom, let's say by, 5, 10K, it's not really going to mean much or make that much of a difference when you have this much room back to the upside.
Can you explain a little to everyone what DCA is, what it stands for, and kind of how you can best utilize that within a certain budget?
So DCA basically stands for dollar cost average. And what it does is that it sort of brings your average entry price down the lower and lower you enter. So let's say, for example, I had entered Bitcoin at 29K. When I enter again at, let's say, 20K, it just brings the average down because you add this and you add this and you divide it, you get an average price that you have entered in. And the best way I would advise you to DCA is that you want to add more and more the lower that you go. So one thing that I would always recommend is at least have an idea on how to read the charts. You don't need to be a guru. You don't need to know the ins and outs of every single thing. You don't need to watch the charts every single day. You can simply just, go on the weekly or go on the monthly, go on an extremely high time frame, whereas you don't have to focus on the intraday moves and just mark out really good levels that you think, Bitcoin will be valued at through a period of time, and mark those levels as buy areas. So for example, like I have 11K as a buy area. I would be willing to invest in Bitcoin at 11K. I think this is a fair price. I don't think it's way too overvalued. And I think at 11K, it's a bit undervalued in my opinion. And you can take that same approach with stocks. You buy undervalued stocks and you sell stocks that you think are overvalued. But what I would advise, like I said, is you want to add more lower and lower that you go. So for example, let's say Bitcoin at 11K or 18K, I can add like 10% of my portfolio at this point. And the lower we drop, I can add maybe a 20%. And the lower we go, I can add maybe a 30%. So the lower you go, the more you drop. That's personally the approach that I would use. And obviously, once you're DCing, it moves away or it takes away a lot of the stress. That way, you don't need to worry about, when is the market reversing, or is the market reversing, or am I missing the move? Because so far, you have been putting in little by little every week, every month, every quarter, whatever suits you. And that's the best thing about DCing. You can adopt an approach that would work for you. If you want to invest $10 every month, if you want to invest $100 every week, you can take that approach as long as you're managing your risk. And managing risk is extremely important, right? I can't really tell people how to do that. It's your money. You know what you can afford to lose. So you need to then look at what you have right now. You need to look at what you can afford to lose. And then you need to sort of create a DCA strategy based on the capital that you have at your disposal. Obviously, you shouldn't invest more than you can afford to lose. That's the number one rule.
I think that's great advice, and it's something which we always try and preach. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't put in more than you can't afford. And a good way, if you do want to make money in these bear markets, it's great buying opportunities. Don't just jump in and then maybe stress about the daily. Just put little bits in often. Set yourself a budget. Say, I want to invest $1,000 into Bitcoin. Maybe let's do it over 10 weeks and do 100 a week. It lowers your risk, it lowers the entry price, and you can check it completely. It's one of the greatest tools for crypto investing or investing in general, that you can really ensure you're not stressing about the daily ups and downs. It just happens in the background. There's plenty of investing tools as well. Six God, do you have any recommendations for investing tools or tools to help with DCAing?
In terms of where to buy the coin, or what you can use to sort of get an idea on when to buy the coin?
Where to buy the coin?
Where to buy? Well, personally, I haven't found a good one. I haven't found a good one myself. I have problems with sort of getting my cryptos from my account, so that's something I'm still trying to work around. But Binance, I think Binance has an auto buy function, I think, whereas you can buy every month from using your credit card or your debit card, something like that. But like I said, that feature isn't even available to me, so I'm still trying to find a platform that'll work for me.
Yeah, there's a few debit cards and credit cards. I know in Europe, Revolut do it. That just takes a bit of your money every month and puts it into crypto for you. There are lots of different ways of doing it, but as we say as well, be careful keeping your money in exchanges. As we see, crypto kind of it's your wallet, your keys, your money, your keys. You lock it in there. So just be careful. If you are buying it, then transfer it to a cold storage or hard storage, which you own the keys for. So that if something like FTX happens to another exchange, then you're always safe.
Yeah, and if you're, I think it's fair to say that most people are investing in the long term. So there's really no need to have your cryptos in an exchange as if you're going to, actively be using it. It's better to just put it away, store it away for 5 years, 10 years, and then that way you don't have to worry about, like I said, the everyday price movements, and it's less stressful. You just put it in, you buy your cryptos, store it in your MetaMask. Obviously, you need to remember your keys and stuff, and then look back in 5 years, and hopefully that, by then, I think in 5 years, the bear market will definitely be a thing of the past.
No, I agree completely. I said this is a good time to buy. The bear market still may last another year or two. We don't know. No one really knows. But like, if you can start preparing now, building up, in 5-10 years, you can reap the rewards.
Yeah, and I saved the tweet here too. Where is it? Yeah, this is the tweet, and they said, what was the saying again? Failure is the Oh yeah, failure is the frame, not the picture. So this is if you zoom out on Bitcoin, or if you zoom out on any alts to begin with, like this is currently the phase that we're in. We're in the phase where it's just a frame of a bear market phase, but this isn't the whole picture. So there's no point in sort of stressing about what is happening now. And just a couple of words on that too. I've been around in the metaverse. I've been around on crypto Twitter. I've been around on NFT Twitter. And one of the biggest problems that I see and I've observed in the space is that a lot of people lack conviction in what they're investing in. And, the markets are governed by a number of things, and conviction is definitely, among the top of that list. And if enough people believe in the things that they're investing, and they actually put their money where their mouth is, and actually, invest in that thing, then, more times than not, it will go their way. And if you lack conviction, then it'll bring about a ton of other problems, right? You'll not have confidence in what you're doing. You'll be very indecisive about what you're doing. And then that indecisiveness in times like these, when you know that, hey, Bitcoin or ETH, I'm incredibly bullish on these coins. But in times like these, because I have that lack of conviction, when I see prices dipping, I don't view it as an opportunity. I feel more fearful, even though I have said, during the bull market, I believe in these coins. I believe in what they're doing. I believe in the blockchain or whatever the case is. And that's a lack of conviction. The markets can do anything at any given point in time. It can go up or it can go down. And if I don't have conviction and actually pick one and place my bet on that one, then I can't reap the rewards of anything. Whether it goes up or down, I'm just on the sidelines. And that's not a good that's not a good approach to take if you want to make money in the markets. You need to pick a side, and you need to have conviction in the side that you pick. Having said that, that conviction must come from some form of data, whether it be your technical analysis or whether it be your fundamental analysis. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You just need to have some sort of data that sort of governs the choices that you're making, governs that conviction. Where does that conviction come from? When you ask people, where does your conviction come from, you'll typically get an answer, I think it'll do this. I just believe it'll do this. And that's not bad, but why not actually make decisions based on actual data? Why not see what the macro is doing in terms of the fundamentals? What is the coin doing, right? Are the developers actually doing what they said they'll do? Is the ecosystem developing in a way that no other chain is doing? Is the feds, is the markets, you have so many data points that you can reference back to make your choices. So do that, have conviction in what you're doing, and then don't let that conviction waver when things go wrong. Because I've been calling for a bearish Bitcoin, I think at around 57K, 59K. It's very, very hard to call bearish moves when everyone else is bullish. But I had conviction in what I was seeing, and in another world, maybe I would have been wrong. Maybe we would have continued going up. But like Kanye West said, I guess we'll never know.
Amazing. I said that's great advice. I said sometimes you can't just focus in on one thing. You have to look what's happening in the world as well. Like you may just look at Bitcoin it dropping. You got to take into effect what's happening with the stocks as well. What else has been happening? But Six God, we've got a couple of questions in the chat. So Alejo asked, do you use BTC dominance at all?
No, I don't. I mainly just look at the Bitcoin chart, and I would mostly follow the S&P 500, which I think the S&P, it shares a lot of similarities or a lot of correlations with the crypto market as a whole.
Amazing. And the other one was, what's your first metric to observe a reversal? Divergence, volume, or support?
I mainly look at structure, I would say. So none of the above, I would just look at structure. That's what I've been using this entire market, just mostly following sort of the wave the market has been making. And just a quick example, like I always say that nothing can ever go up. If you get a move to the upside, then you should start expecting drop once again. It's just the natural order of the markets. And similarly, nothing can ever go down. So even though I have been bearish for this entire year, I know that there's a time and place. When is the right time to be bearish? So I'm always going to be looking at the markets to see when that shift in momentum will happen. And that shift will typically look something like this, where you have, another leg down, you have a pump to the upside, you have somewhat of a higher low, and then the market starts shifting back to an uptrend. So you went from having a downtrend like this to an uptrend. And that's typically the shift that I'm looking for to let me know that, hey, maybe we should start looking to take some longs. Maybe now is the time when the market is going to start shifting from a bearish momentum to a bullish momentum.
Amazing. We've got another chat. So what coins are you interested in or do you believe in? ATLN says your thoughts on like Polygon, Solana, Chainlink, or any other ones.
My main focus has been on Bitcoin and ETH, to be honest. If I have more capital, I'll start looking to deploy in Phantom and Matic. I've heard good things about those two chains. Sol is another one that I've heard good things on, but I still need to do more research on each individual chain and see what sort of future they have. But at the very start, my main focus that I'll be investing in is definitely Bitcoin and ETH. I'm trying to deploy some capital in those two at least. And you don't need to invest in everything too. There's a million different cryptos that you can find. Just pick a few and invest in the ones that you believe in. Obviously, you still need to do that research, do your research, find values, find things that, make them stand out from other competitions or from other cryptos, and then just go into those, invest in those. And always think long-term too. Like, don't think in the next 5-6 months. Always think long-term, 5-6 years. That's sort of the best way to approach the markets.
That's amazing. I thank you so much, Six God, for coming on, and I hope he's enlightened a lot of you in just learning the basics, kind of understanding what's going on at the market, trying to help you a bit of advice of how you can benefit it as well. And Six God is always around in the Metaverse Discord, in the crypto charts. So I'm sure he's happy to help out if you want to start learning more. If you want to get into it, if you have any questions, you'll be able to find him in crypto charts. So thanks a lot, Six God. Any final words from you?
Thanks a lot, Sheepy, for having me on. I've been looking at the things that you're doing, and I'm really happy to see how you've been progressing within the space. I think this is another page that you'll regret if you're not following in the next 5 years. So definitely give Sheepy a follow, sub, and definitely keep looking out for his weekly updates. Final words. I just think the only thing I would say is that in the next 10 years, we probably wouldn't be worried about what's going on right now. So, like I said, just remain convicted in the decisions that you're making. If your plan has always been to DCA, then why are you, second guessing that plan now? Why are you, being scared about what's going to happen? You had a plan, you should stick with that plan, and then in the long term, that plan will save you. You'll get to the other side.
Thank you very much. And as always, it's such a pleasure having you on. And it's great to have a guest, such a knowledgeable guest on this stuff especially. So thanks a lot, Six God. I'll catch you later.
Thanks a lot, Sheepy. Hopefully we can do this another time.
For sure. You are always welcome back.
All right, take it easy, guys. Hopefully you learned something today. And as always, like Sheepy said, you can always find me in crypto charts. I'll always be there to answer whatever questions you guys might have.
Shout out to the
that
goat.
being said, I'll take my leave.
Thanks a lot, Six God. See you later. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Something a bit different for the stream today. It's great having a guest on, especially someone who's so knowledgeable in something that I don't know as much as about. I know the basics, but like some of you are so knowledgeable in these niche subjects. And if you want to come on to the Sheepy Show and share what you have, just let me know. I'm always happy to have you on. And to kind of finish for today, I said we've got the World Cup coming on and there's a few of you left watching. I just want to talk about So Rare. Some of you know I love So Rare. I'm a big So Rare fan. and where you can buy NFTs of players, build fantasy teams. I'll show you my NBA lineup this week. Terrence Davis, for those who like NBA, dropped to 71 points. Ridiculous. So I've just got to hope Van Vliet plays, and then I should be getting some rewards. I won this player last week, Kenyon Martin Jr. He's worth about $60. But yeah, it's a great site. You can buy NFTs of players, play fantasy with them. You can slate my team. My friends slate my team. But yeah, I still win rewards. So I've made about half my money back, which I've invested. But yeah, on the football side, they've got a really exciting World Cup mode, which is free to play. So here, what you can do, you can draft a team. So each player has points. You draft your squad. You can see my squad up here. Through all the different players, you can check their different ratings. You can do research on them. It's very exciting if you're a soccer fan, because you can dive into a lot of detail on how they earn points. So for example, there's a website called SoRare. I won't be logged in actually. Let's see. No, I'm not logged in. Let's see if this works. Okay, yeah, I'm logged in. So on SoRare, so say I wanted to get Cancelo into my team, but I wondered if he earned more points than Virgil van Dijk. So I can type in Cancelo. I'm talking about football. I agree. So here you can see all his average points of what he's got to score. You can track it in the game weeks. So I did my research, built my squad. You can then enter your players. So my team, I'll give a bit of alpha. You can copy me or not. This is my team for the tournament with Neymar and Lautaro up top, Cancelo, Martinez and Jude Bellingham. Then you submit your squad, and there's so many rewards to win, like completely free to enter. There's ETH prizes, there's limited prizes which are worth money. So give it a go. So just a little bit of alpha. Another thing, so the players that you choose, you get after the game. So I get to keep, after the World Cup has finished, the Neymar card and Lautaro card. This will benefit you for entering the free-to-play games that happen every week. You can enter players every single week to win prizes. I said I've won probably about $200 worth of prizes, and I've probably put in 300, 400. And this is like a thing I just enter every week and earn. So we do have a private metaverse league as well. So I will share this on Twitter for anyone to see. I posted in sports chat as well. But we're planning a few World Cup competitions. As I said, ATLians got another World Cup predictor, which is coming out, and there's going to be prizes to win there. But yeah, little bit of alpha on SoRare. Have a look at it. Build your squads, and let's see how we go. So, thank you very much for tuning in this week. It's been absolutely great. I loved having Six God on. Congratulations to all the winners as well. Got some plans sorted for next week coming. But other than that, I hope you have a good afternoon or evening or morning wherever you are. I hope you learned something, and hit me up on Twitter if you've got any questions, or Discord. But other than that, I'll just catch you next week. See ya.
No, I can't help myself.
Yeah.